All right, good morning, everybody. Back once again to talk about the top 10 trending articles in the crypto news space as chosen by yours truly. First things first, thanks to all those who have subscribed. I really do appreciate it. And a link down in the description will take you to all the articles talked about so you can do your own research. Don't just take what I say as gospel, please. Do not. You don't know me, but I know me, and I am by no means an expert in any of this. I'm just enthusiastic about the cryptocurrency space, much like all of you. So, let's jump into things. So in a new video update, which he seems to be dropping every day right now, Cardano creator and IOHK CEO Charles Hoskinson presented a detailed roadmap with the steps that will follow after the development of Shelley in the mainnet. For those of you who don't know, Cardano's Shelley upgrade, which will pave the way for staking here in about 2 weeks, drops tomorrow. Pretty awesome. They're past the point of no return, so it's dropping. We'll see what it goes. So they're going to spend like the next week or so monitoring everything, getting things up and running, confirming it works, and then activating staking probably on the 18th. So, exciting news. So yeah, the IOHK CEO declared August to be a cleanup month, a month in which the Shelley release will be digested. In addition, August will be used to fix any bugs that the team has overlooked. So the Shelley team will kind of like kick back, relax, clean up some stuff, take a couple days, relax. However, they do have multiple teams working on Cardano right now. The Voltaire team will continue to work on the development of their product. Voltaire's team will begin with the process of registering people to vote and testing the framework of the voting system that the Cardano governance model will use. Voltaire is the final piece of the platform that will be implemented to make the Cardano platform fully decentralized and self-sustaining as a system. Once this voting system is implemented, the first round of funding will be available, and it'll be about $250,000. It'll be probably September or October, while new funds will open up every 6 to 8 weeks. And those funds can be used to fund further development of the project by the end group, us users. So yeah, you'll see more information about that on July 30th when we do a product update of each month. We'll talk about the first round of funding, what it will look like, what the DC fund is about, and we will use this iterative process to evolve and turn on all of Voltaire's features. My understanding is those funding proposals will be, hey, what do you guys want to do to improve the Cardano network? Here's some money that you can use to help that. It'll be partially funded and eventually completely funded by portions of transaction fees from the network. So another team that will remain active is the consensus team. Although the system has passed all tests, Hoskinson explained that in a live system, unforeseen events can occur, and in that sense, the team will closely monitor that everything is happening in order. Good on them. That's what you should do. Furthermore, he revealed that there'll be another Cardano summit, and he will use his time off to prepare for the announcement strategy for Goguen, which is smart contracts, which is the final piece, in my opinion, Cardano needs to truly compete with Ethereum and others. The new Cardano Summit will focus on refining the asset strategy, consolidating investments that will enter the platform, and promoting its usage benefits. At the same time, he also revealed that after the completion of the work in August and the digestion of Shelley's launch, the Shelley team will merge with the Plutus team. The teams will work on the extended UTXO model, multi-sig, and other stuff. Finally, the inventor of Cardano highlighted the support the community has given to the development platform over the past years. He said the community will be more involved in future improvements to the platform. So yeah, this is the part of Cardano's story where IOHK, the Cardano Foundation, and Charles are going to be able to not let go of the reins, but ease up a bit. More and more of the community is going to start coming in and taking over pretty soon the governance models and the staking, while they continue to round out the final, more complex features of what Cardano will be able to offer when it is fully live and fully up and running. And then at that point, it will be on the community to herd Cardano's development from here on out. So it's actually very exciting. I'm a little nervous for it, but happy. I do hold a decent amount of Cardano, and I plan on staking. I plan on being involved in the community. Like I said at the beginning, I'm not very technical, but I do want the ability to potentially vote one day. So while I might not be I might not run a stake pool initially, that is something I will explore in the future. But yeah, good news for Cardano. I know its price has been slumping, but when you rise that far that fast, it's going to happen. And that actually segues us pretty nicely into article number 2. Chainlink lost another key price support. It was a 10% drop. It's actually poised to decline further, according to this article, despite the team's efforts to stay true to their long-term roadmap. And enthusiasm around Bitcoin's current bull rally is shaking out the weak hands, according to them. Again, when you rise that high that quick, you are going to have some pullback. So I would not be too worried for those of you out there holding Link. But yeah, no, they actually secured a partnership to showcase its technology in the banking system. But a new partnership failed to spark interest among investors, with Link breaking below a key support level. And if selling pressure continues to rise, they're saying Link would likely drop down to $6. So it lined up with the Hyperledger-based project Center Prime. The idea behind this partnership is to share foreign exchange rate data from some of the top Korean banks. So this integration with Chainlink marks a major breakthrough for the Korean fintech industry. For the first time in history, applications will be able to access decentralized foreign exchange rates compiled by the best banks in Korea. Sergey Narzov, CEO and co-founder of smartcontract.com, and he's kind of the Chainlink guy, affirmed that Center Prime is focused on working with the Korean banking industry. So they did all that, but it didn't really seem to pump anything. Honestly, I can kind of see why. It's not the most exciting announcement after, Chainlink was integrated into the country of China's blockchain service network. That pumps a little bit more than, some banks in South Korea are going to use it for foreign exchange data. Doesn't have the same ring to it. But yeah, no. Ever since this all-time high of nearly $9 on July 15th, the decentralized Oracle token has entered a corrective phase where its price declined 27%. Link's 3-day chart that was validated by an increase in sell orders, intense selling pressure, pulled Chainlink below the 23.6% of the Fibonacci retracement level. Though they're saying holders in this price range will likely help Chainlink rebound, since they may try to remain profitable in their long positions by doubling down and buying. I mean, good on you. I hope so. Look, this article may seem like doom and gloom, but if you hold Chainlink or you're invested in the Chainlink platform, I would tell you right now, if you bought over any of these amounts, don't sell. It's going to correct. If you have faith in the platform, keep your hands strong. Hold on to it. Don't sell it. If you've made profit and you don't want to lose out on some of those levels, then yeah, go ahead and sell. But I would not be selling this at a loss. Chainlink is a good crypto with a very strong use case. And because of that, they are going to do very well for themselves, whether or not they're in the top 10. So that's my 2 cents on that. So here, let's jump over and we're going to talk about staking made easy on Ethereum. I'm actually really liking this. So, Ethereum 2.0 continues to make big steps towards its launch, finally. After it was recently announced that Medallia, the final multi-client testnet before the launch of Ethereum 2.0, will start Phase 0 on August the 4th, the Ethereum Foundation has now announced the ETH2 validator launchpad. In today's announcement, it stated the primary goal of the launchpad was to support validators in training in all aspects of the process to make it easy as possible to become an ETH2 validator. I'm really happy for this because I'm a complete beginner, and I would be very interested to, see this process to potentially one day, if I get 32 Ethereum, to become a validator on the network. So the ETH2 Launchpad, a collaboration between CodeFi and Ethereum, is designed for easier onboarding to become a validator and stake on the Beacon chain. When ETH 2.0 is released, at least 32 ETH are required to participate in staking. While the largest crypto exchanges are expected to do this on behalf of users, thus removing the 32 Ethereum barrier, this has some drawbacks. You won't have your, it requires private keys to be handed over. Or you're going to be subject to a fee. So, this ETH 2.0 launchpad will allow you to kind of learn how to do that without having to do either of those things, but that brings the responsibility and inescapable trade-off between ease of use, security, and education. For this reason, the Ethereum Foundation explicitly points out the risks on the new website. Potential validators have to go through 10 steps to prove they know what it means to be a validator in the ETH 2.0 network and what it means to manage their own keys, and that the stunted ETH will be inaccessible for some time. Yeah. So it's, they're not hiding anything. They're being upfront. They're being transparent on the risks and what it's going to mean to you. But if you have some Ethereum and you want to learn about becoming a validator, Consensus would be the place to go. They are one of the main backers behind Ethereum, so they're a legit place. Don't just listen to me, do your own research, but they're a legit place. So I'm really interested to see where this is going to go. Probably going to check out this article and that website once I'm done talking to you guys, because I'm curious to see what it takes to be an ETH 2.0 node operator, or whatever they're going to be calling it. So let's hop over and talk about Bitcoin for a hot second. 13%. Yeah, that's right. Bitcoin rallies 13% and broke through 11K. I think currently it's sitting at 10,852. Well, CoinMarketCap's got it at 10,955. Either way, so within the last hour that this was updated, about 14 hours ago, Bitcoin pushed through the 11K level on a high volume surge, which saw the price reach the new 2020 high, 11,394. The time of publishing, this price has pulled back slightly, but purchasing volume continues to rise on the 1 hour time frame. As reported earlier by Cointelegraph, on-chain activity registered a significant spike in exchange inflow as the Bitcoin price rallied above 10,000, and Bloomberg analysts now estimate that Bitcoin price will rise above 12,000 this year. I think they're being a little conservative, but we'll see. On top of all that, Ethereum had quite the rally as well, based off the article we talked previously. There's finally some excitement. Personally, I think it was a combination of Ethereum and Bitcoin, both finally breaking out of their months-long sleepy phase that has caused both to kind of feed off each other and push each other higher. So I'm really happy about that. Most people and myself are saying we are now officially back in a good bull market territory. We have seen some altcoins decline, but I remember 2017 pretty clearly. Bitcoin and Ethereum would do well and then level off. Then some altcoins would do well and level off. And then Bitcoin and Ethereum would do well, level off as the altcoins retraced a little bit. And then the cycle would kind of circulate like that. So very interested, very happy. I hope everyone here bought up plenty of Bitcoin in the $3,000 to $5,000 range, so that way you are comfortably in 100% profit right now. Really do. Or in the case of buying it at 3,000, 3x, 4x time profit. So very happy, very excited. Let's move on though. All right, so open the floodgates. U.S. customers to see more crypto accessibility. That's right, the cryptocurrency market has come a long way in a seemingly very short amount of time. Digital payment platforms have particularly taken note of the crypto market's impressive growth, which is evident, and many have adopted new features and support for more cryptos. Maddie Greenspan, a crypto market analyst and founder of Quantum Economics, told Cointelegraph that the advantage of cryptocurrencies and other digital assets are now quickly becoming apparent to all. It did take a while, but governments and large corporations are finally realizing the power of programmable money and the necessity for digital scarcity. The Internet of Value is now under construction, and they don't want to be left behind. Good. All right, just as the U.S. government has started taking note of cryptocurrency intrinsic value, and countries like China are developing a blockchain service network and a central bank digital currency, as is Japan, as is Korea. In fact, the EU is even looking into it as well. The United States has held a couple Senate hearings on it, but we're a bit more concerned with Corona right now to really prioritize anything else. So, for example, crypto payment platform Uphold just added support for Cardano, Zilliqa, Link, Cosmos, and EOS. JP Theriot, CEO of Uphold, told Cointelegraph that these 5 cryptocurrencies fall into Uphold's Tier 4 category, which includes up-and-coming digital assets that are quickly gaining adoption. So, good. On top of that, Revolut, another crypto banking app, expanded its cryptocurrency trading services to 49 states in the U.S. While it's been available in the European clients for many years, it's a bit of controversy because you can't withdraw your crypto once you put it in Revolut, which I find to be a little unsettling. So this March, initially, Revolut went live without crypto support, but platform now allows U.S. users to buy, sell, and trade Bitcoin and Ethereum within its app through its partnership with Paxos. Edward Cooper, the head of crypto at Revolut, told Cointelegraph the company also plans to extend support for additional currencies with U.S. customers, and he also further noted they have about 60,000 U.S.-based customers, and that, for instance, the ability to offload crypto, which I touched on already, that you can't do from the platform has been a feature that Revolut users have been anxiously awaiting. He noted the company has been working with partners and regulators on ways to enhance the product to meet certain requests, of which that I'm most certainly sure is one of them. I'm not putting any money into a platform that I can't withdraw it from in that form. I mean, if I can exchange crypto for fiat and then pull the fiat out, I suppose that's acceptable. But I don't know. I like holding my crypto off exchanges. I just do. But as the crypto market continues to mature, Therio pointed out that full integration platforms that allow users to deposit, withdraw, send, and ultimately do more with their crypto become more important than ever before. I do totally agree. Uphold and Revolut are 2 of the emerging ones. They talk about Aber down here a little bit. You can also buy, sell, trade cryptos on that. All 3 of those platforms are definitely making crypto more accessible. Crypto.com is doing the same thing. All these platforms that are increasing ease of use and understandability and helping to onboard new users are going to do more for us old guys in the industry than anything else, because it'll make it so that way you don't have to sell your Bitcoin to buy a house. You can just buy a house. You don't have to sell your Ethereum to go on vacation. You can just go on vacation and spend your Ethereum. And that is the really, really cool part of all this. Okay, all right. Oh, man, let's jump on in over here and talk about PlexCoin. Bet you never heard of this coin before, and you shouldn't have because it was a scam. So 3 Canadian citizens involved with an alleged coin ICO scam from crypto project Plex Corp have been charged with fraud over conning investors out of about $8 million. The 3 individuals were found to be responsible for transferring millions in investor funds obtained through an initial coin offering, or ICO, for the firm's cryptocurrency PlexCoin to their personal accounts. Lawmakers say they used part of the $8 million raised for daily living expenses and home renovation products. I mean, yeah, why not? Duh. According to the U.S. Attorney's Office, the 3 made false claims stating that Plex Corp's management consisted of a team of experts headquartered in Singapore and that investors could expect returns up to 1,354% within a month. Yeah, okay. I'm sorry, but alarm bells should have been going off for a lot of people with return offerings like that. But yeah, they raised $8,269,218 from their ICO using those claims. Dang. So, litigation begins. The case in Ohio is only the most recent indictment to be brought against individuals involved in an ICO. The U.S. SEC Commission filed an emergency asset freeze against Plex Corp, as well as the individuals, in December of 2017, when they first accused the firm of violating securities law. They referred to one of the individuals as a recidivist Quebec securities law violator and renewing the freeze in June of 2018, so a repeat offender. Cointelegraph reported in August the SEC reached a $7 million settlement between Plex Corps and two of the individuals. The two are required to pay $4.5 million, or 55% of the funds raised in the ICO, as well as $1 million in civil penalties each, and $384,145.25 for prejudgment interest. Dear Lord. Still not the full amount, but that's how that works. But yeah, no. SEC bringing down the ban hammer on these scammy little ICOs. The wheels of justice grind slowly, but grind they do. So good to know that some people are facing justice even almost over 3 years down the road. All right, let's jump on over to number 7. Talk about Bakkt a little bit. For those of you who aren't aware, Bakkt was all the industry was talking about, like 2018. When's it going to launch? When's it going to launch? When's it going to do this? At least on the channels I was watching at the time, dear Lord. It kept getting delayed, kept getting delayed. And then when it finally launched, it was nothing. It was nothing. It was like cutting into a baked potato only to find out that it didn't cook all the way through. Hashtag dinner last night. Anyways, so the Intercontinental Exchange cryptocurrency event a new all-time high in single-day trading volumes for its physically settled monthly Bitcoin futures contract. According to the data from Bakkt, the firm traded a total of 11,509 Bitcoin worth nearly $124 million at press time. Their record-setting day saw an increase of 85% from the previous one, which occurred in December of 2019. It's worth noting that Bakkt was initially maligned for its slow start after launching in September. As I spoke on already, it finally dropped and then just kind of nothing. But it looks like it's starting to pick up a little bit of steam, finally, at least in certain aspects. The Intercontinental Exchange's venture is also looking to launch a crypto consumer app this year that will allow users to use crypto to buy goods and services. The app is set to launch with Starbucks as its first partner, with other companies to be added soon after. Again, going back to that open the floodgates adoption, this is that type of thing. I'm really excited for my wife to be able to spend my crypto at Starbucks. Woo. I mean, it's good for the industry. I'm not that upset. She can control herself, and she's not touching our crypto. But anyways, when the consumer app was announced, Bakkt's chief product officer revealed that he has a strong conviction that by improving integration and efficiency in cryptocurrency wallets and by improving transactions, processing, and payments acceptance, there are meaningful opportunities for merchants and consumers to seamlessly interact using digital assets in ways that have not previously been considered. I mean, maybe there is, but I feel like most of these companies just want to get on that sweet 11K Bitcoin right now. That'd be my guess. But if they're able to integrate things and use them, Starbucks could really use, VeChain's supply chain technology for their coffee beans, so they can prove to everyone where they're coming from, and you're getting authentic Colombian beans and not, knockoff Mexican beans. I don't know. I don't know the coffee market that well, but you know what I'm saying. Eliminate counterfeit beans. So there you go. More use cases. Sign me up, Starbucks. Sign me up. All right, let's talk about, man, this is like blast from the past day. So hackers transferred $28 million worth of Bitcoin from a 2016 Bitfinex breach. Yeah, the last time they moved funds from the hack was 4 years ago. They moved around $5 million worth of coins on June 24th. This time, the top crypto asset by market cap touched new price highs for 2020 on July 27th. So at 6:15 p.m. Eastern Time, Bitcoin reached $11,379 per coin. We all know this. They moved $28 million worth of Bitcoin in various fractions 6 hours prior to this, as reported by Whale Alert. Good old Whale Alert. Some transactions were anywhere between 85 and 174 Bitcoin, while some were well above 400 Bitcoin in a single transaction. So yeah, for those of you who don't know, because you weren't in the space back then, the Bitfinex hackers move a grand total of this 2550 Bitcoin, and at the time, Bitcoin was trading blah blah blah. These Bitcoins came from the security breach Bitfinex experienced in August of 2016 when the exchange lost, 120,000 Bitcoin. Yeah, that's a lot. So currently, those coins are worth $1.3 billion. Bitfinex is still a popular exchange, and it paid its customers back by creating an exchange-backed token, but at the time that was a $72 million hit from that hack. Glad they recovered. But the Bitfinex stolen Bitcoins have always been a fan favorite to monitor, and people are always watching the funds with great interest. I mean, yeah, it's over. There's some hackers made off with $1 billion that's just kind of like sitting there. I have that morbid fascination where I hope they get caught and go to jail, but at the same time, you pulled off like the heist of the century. You have an asset that at the time was over $50 million, is currently over $1 billion, and you just have to sit there and look at it. It's insane to me. You just have to sit there and look at it. They've probably been prepping for a very long time how they're going to move it, how they're going to obscure it, how they're going to hide it. Pretty much that's probably all they do. Their whole life is around that, and when they finally do it, they're going to be looking over the shoulder for the rest of their life, knowing that someone may figure out how it was done and come after them. So, not exactly the life I would want, but hey, that's just me. Alright, let's jump over here to number 9. I do apologize, my highlighting software won't work on this website, so yeah, we'll see how long I use this. So, cryptocurrency traders are craving more person-to-person exchanges. Yeah, lately there's been a growing trend. More traders are opting for person-to-person or P2P crypto exchanges compared to centralized counterparts. I mean, if you think about it, centralized exchanges, we just talked about a $1.2 billion hack. They hold users' funds, security issues, manipulation of various aspects like prices, faking volumes, lack of privacy, and all that stuff. If you go peer-to-peer, all you need to do is sign up on a website, post your trade advertisement to buy or sell crypto at a specific price or within a particular range, and more importantly, in a predefined location. So they give you more payment withdrawal options, faster trades in some cases, and greater privacy, with some of the best requiring know your customer. Yeah, and there's no central authority controlling user funds. So it does have some pretty good benefits. Localbitcoin.com has it. They allow individuals to trade crypto for fiat in over 248 countries and over 8,000 cities. You know, they got a global marketplace. Trades are flexible with local, domestic, and even international counterparts. Today, you could be buying crypto from someone in Japan and next day selling it to another in Venezuela, with near limitless possibilities. But yeah. Another awesome thing about P2P platforms is they allow traders to deposit and withdraw funds in many ways. Paxful does it. They have over 350. It's currently got over 3 million registered users. There's a lot. I mean, you can definitely do some interesting things with P2P exchanges, and they do have those significant benefits over the centralized ones because you're just posting these orders and then working it out with the seller. But at the same time, there's some other key issues. We've talked about the hacks already and all that stuff. P2P platforms are transaction censorship or resistance to transaction censorship for these reasons. But if there's any dispute, they have different solutions. Some use a reputation-based system where traders are rated after every trade, and this tells if they can be trusted or not. That information is visible to anyone on the platform and can be seen before a trade is initiated. If dispute arises, let's say a buyer sends money and the seller fails to release the crypto, an arbitrator appointed by the community will listen to both sides of the story and resolve the issue. That is assuming that both parties will participate. I could see that happening. So P2P exchanges are definitely going to be continuing to grow. I highly expect it's just, for some people, it's way more convenient. Personally, I still like the convenience that comes with the centralized exchanges, but for what it's worth, I do not keep money on exchanges for longer than I absolutely have to, especially if there's nowhere on the website where it says they insure their deposits. I just don't. I think that's pretty standard for anyone with a bit of experience in the space. You've got your paper wallets, your hardware wallets, your offline wallets, all that stuff to make sure your crypto stays more secure. All right, let's talk about number 10. We got to touch on old Wirecard. Just won't die. As you know, it's the issuer of several crypto debit cards. Crypto.com uses it. So Wirecard has been implicated in a new report on alleged criminal activities by a Mastercard executive operating at the troubled FBME Bank in Cyprus. I mean, for those of you who don't know, Wirecard's missing $2.1 billion. We're still not sure if they just made up that number or if that number was stolen. But the uncovering of this spurred Wirecard to file for insolvency, and it resulted in the arrest of the firm's CEO, Marcus Braun. Wirecard's chief operating officer, Jan Marszalek, is allegedly hiding in Russia, which we talked about in a previous episode, where he is thought to be relying on the funds transferred using cryptocurrency. Yep. Oh, he was the one. He left a fake trail for investigators that led them on a wild goose chase where they thought, he'd faked like immigration reports and plane tickets to make it look like he'd gone to the Philippines, while he actually smuggled his way through, I think, Turkey and into Russia. So yeah, some real James Bond stuff. So the latest chapter of the saga at FBME, an unnamed Mastercard executive has been accused by private investigators of money laundering cover-up using a system of phantom transactions designed to thwart detection by Visa and Mastercard's anti-fraud and money laundering checks. Oh yeah. So in a report today from the Wall Street Journal, Wirecard is alleged to have miscoded gambling transactions and have had high levels of stolen card purchases and reverse transactions. In response, both Visa and Mastercard are alleged to have each imposed fines on Wirecard in excess of $10 million over a decade ago. Way to go. Wirecard is being investigated by the U.S. Department of Justice over its possible role in an alleged $100 million bank fraud conspiracy connected to the marijuana marketplace Ease Technologies, Inc. Like, seriously, this whole darn thing just smells like fish. Corruption, disgusting, rotten fish. So, you gotta be real careful with this. Real careful. Wirecard, got deactivated in the United Kingdom for a little bit, but they eventually reactivated for the users. Honestly, I expect a lot of people who know that their bank card is issued through Wirecard. If I'm them, I'm jumping ship right now, because this just doesn't sit well with me at all. Yeah. I hope they all do a lot of time in jail, but it's white-collar crime, so more than likely they'll just have house arrest and have to pay like half back of what they stole. You know how justice works. Anyways, so that does it for 10 of the trending articles in the cryptocurrency space. Thank you to all those who have watched. Please make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. It really does help me out when you do. And yeah, so let's jump in. Bitcoin up 6%. Sitting at 10,900. Well, let's refresh this real quick. There we go. Bitcoin is up 7.67%, sitting at $11,119.49. Ethereum's at 318.11, down about 1%. That's okay. Ethereum, you had a good run. Take some time, consolidate. XRP's up 2%. Bitcoin Cash is up almost 11%. Bitcoin SV's up 8%, 8.6%. Dear Lord. Cardano's pretty flat on the day. That's okay. It had a good run. It can consolidate for a little bit too. Litecoin's up 12%. Dear Lord. Crypto.com coins up 2%. Binance coin is up 5%. Moving down in the the 11 through 20, EOS is up 5%, Chainlink's up 3, Tezos is up 1, Stellar's flat, Monero's up 7, Tron's up 3, Una said LEO's up 2.25, VeChain's down by 1%. They had a real big drop off. Huobi is up by under 1%. So it's a pretty green day for crypto. We're going to keep a close eye on Bitcoin throughout the day today. I'm excited to talk about it tomorrow. But that will do it for me today. So thank you, and I will talk to you all soon.